this video, I am going to show you how to make this beautiful salad. This has roasted sweet potatoes and chickpeas and avocado, and I added some little nasturtium flowers, but it's got kale, arugula, and some fresh parsley. And this salad is just one of those high vibration food salads. Even though the potatoes are roasted, the salad just makes me so happy and makes me feel so good. I've eaten this 4 days in a row. So let's get started. I'm gonna show you how to make this beautiful salad. Next, I'm gonna harvest some kale. I've got this growing in a pot in my front yard, and this is lacinato kale, and it actually grows year round. So I'm just gonna grab a few of these leaves on the bottom and then let him keep growing. But check this out. It's growing new kale plants out of this stalk, which I think is so cool. The next thing I'm going to add is some parsley. I've really been enjoying parsley lately, and it's so good for cleansing your blood. And then I also have some arugula that has kind of gone to seed, but so you can see the flowers are starting to come up, but I'm just going to find a couple leaves anyway, and it's been delicious, so I don't care. So I'm just harvesting those, and then I've got some little, I don't get a lot of shade or a lot of sun, so these don't get really huge, but I'm growing these types of kale. So I've got some purple kale, and this is red Russian kale. All right, and lastly, I have this nasturtium growing over here. And I just love these flowers. The flowers and the leaves are edible. So I'm gonna throw a couple of those in just because it's so pretty. Hi, Annie. She's my rescue chicken. Oh, and she's eating my kale. So here's all my ingredients for the salad together. I've got the greens I harvested, and obviously you don't have to do the nasturtium. You can buy parsley and the kale at the grocery store. Can of chickpeas I rinsed really, really well. I've got this salt and pepper seasoning blend from the Spice and Tea Exchange. I just freaking love it. It's the Florida Sunshine. And then I also have this olive oil spray bottle from a store in Fernandina, and I really like it because I can refill it easily. I have a tahini dressing that I will give you the recipe for in the notes. Half a cup of water I need for steaming the potatoes first. There are my potatoes, and I have an avocado because I really like the avocado on it. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything, but let's get started. There's no special way to do this. I've already rinsed these, but I'm just gonna cut the little ends off and then cut these into probably 3, and then into, so they're not really wedges, but, and I will eat 2 sweet potatoes in one sitting. Sweet potatoes are one of those foods that's super nutritious, healthy carbohydrates, and sweet potatoes are the main staple of the traditional Okinawan diet, and they're one of the blue zones, one of the longest lived populations on the planet. So they ate a ton of sweet potatoes, not necessarily these orange ones, but 65% of their diet was sweet potatoes. Let's get these into the pressure cooker. This is the Ninja Foodie, so it will do the pressure cooking, and then we're gonna air fry it afterwards. So it has a separate lid for that. But the first thing we do is, this is the crisping tray, and I'm actually gonna use this to steam the potatoes so I don't get this rack dirty. So I'm going to pour half a cup of water in here, and I might lift that up and pour a half cup in there. And then I'm going to add all of my sweet potatoes. Now this is the crisping lid, so I'm gonna add the steamer lid on here, if I can do this backwards. And then I'm gonna make sure it's set to seal. So then I'm going to set it to pressure, low, and for just 3 minutes. Okay, and we're gonna let that pressure cook so it softens the potatoes. Then we're going to put the air fryer on, and it's going to air fry and make everything crispy on the outside. So my 3 minutes is up. I'm gonna vent this so that it does not keep cooking. And then I'm gonna show you what it looks like because we're going to start the air frying process right in the same unit. So the pressure is just coming down. And I remember my grandmother used to love pressure cooking, but she had the old school pressure cooker that had the jiggler on top. I don't know if you remember that, but for the longest time I resisted getting one of these because I don't like electric things. I just like the old school stuff because I don't have to worry about it breaking. And this has been amazing. And they aren't a sponsor. They're not paying me for this. Sometimes I just keep this thing out. It's the Ninja Foodie 10-in-1, I think. Even though it's huge, I sometimes just keep it out on the counter because I use it so much. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you over to show you what this looks like and then what I'm gonna do to get it air fried. So here's what it looks like. I'm just going to spray just a little oil on these, and I am going to now grind a little bit of this salt and pepper mixture on here, and that's really it. That's the only thing I'm gonna do to season it. So then we're going to shut the top. And now what I'm gonna do is set this to air fry for 12 minutes on 400. And that's it. So then I'll have really crispy, delicious sweet potato fries. All right, so let's open these up. Those look really yummy. So if I could cook them longer and they'll get even crispier, but I like them to have a little bit of softness for my salad. So let's get started on chopping up these greens. Okay, now let's get started on chopping up these greens. These are so beautiful. I almost hate to chop them up. So I just gather them up, and hopefully you can see this, and I just do kind of a quick rough chop. I love the parsley, the fresh parsley in there. You could add any other herbs you like. But this salad makes me feel so good. Oh my gosh, I love this salad. And that's all I do. So I'm gonna put these in this beautiful bowl. This bowl makes me so happy too. It's actually a noodle bowl I got at a farmer's market, but I just think it's so beautiful. It makes me so happy. So I'm going to throw my greens in the bottom. So I don't have an exact amount of chickpeas I'm adding in here. I'm just kind of put the amount I think looks good. And then I've got this avocado. So I'm gonna use half. You don't even have to use half. If you're watching calories, you could use a quarter. But all I do is just slice it up like this, and then I slice it this way, and that way it's already cubed and ready to go. And then I just need to grab a spoon, put that, actually, you know, before I add this, I should probably add the sweet potato, but that's all right. It's all gonna get eaten anyway. Whoops, I got a little bit of skin on there. All right. And then I'm gonna add some of my sweet potato. So beautiful. I'm gonna add my little flowers in here. And I just eat these whole, you guys. Isn't it pretty? Oh my gosh. Then I'm gonna drizzle some dressing over it. And this is that tahini dressing that I am crazy about. And I just add a little water to it because it was getting a little thick. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoy making it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and you will come and find us over at VegeCooking.com. It's VEGE-cooking.com. And we've got all kinds of programs and cookbooks that I think you will love. Check out, there's a free 3-day Eat to Feel Good plan that I think you would really love. And in fact, this salad would apply to that. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon.